Hey you guys, alright, I have another reformer workout for you today. This one we're going to be using the Pilates ring for the entire workout, so make sure you have that handy. We're going to be doing a lot of single-sided work today, so that ring is going to provide some stability and lots of concentration and focus as we work through those single-sided movements, okay? So this ring is going to be real handy today to get that core connected and get both sides of the body working, alright? So, have that ready. We're going to be on one extra light spring today, and we're going to stay that way throughout all of class. So I am working on a Balanced Body Studio reformer. If you have that same reformer, it does not come with an extra light spring, which is the yellow spring. The lightest is a blue. So if you only have a blue today, stick with that, okay? If you've got a yellow spring on that reformer, go there, okay? Now if you're working with any other brand of reformer, use one light spring, okay? So sometimes that's a blue, sometimes it's just one spring. You just want that one light spring loaded, okay? That foot bar's out of the way. You're not gonna really need it throughout class. You are gonna be using both your short and long loops, so those are ready to go. And let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start with that ring just on the floor. So this is the only time we're not gonna need that ring. You're gonna come down onto your reformer. We're gonna be facing down. My toes are on that platform, hands are on the bed of the reformer. All right, so right from here, we want to make sure those kneecaps are pretty close to the springs. Knees are 4 inches apart, parallel. My wrists are underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to lift up between those shoulder blades so I get nice engagement out of that shoulder girdle. Pull that belly button up and in. Okay, from here, we're going to give a nice exhale to prepare. Inhale, we're gonna hover those knees 1 inch off the carriage and hold. Now I'm not letting the carriage go out anywhere. It's staying home. It's staying against those bumpers. Now from here, I want you to think about drawing your palms into your knees, okay, without moving them. Draw that carriage into the bumper using those transverse abdominal muscles. So pull them in there. You're here for 6. Good, last 5. You've got 4. Last 3, we're going to take this right out into a plank. Last 2. Inhale, take that carriage all the way out to a nice long plank. So both legs are nice and straight. Now my carriage didn't go very far because I'm super short. But hopefully yours went a little bit farther. We're lifting up out of those shoulders still. Okay, engaging that core. You've got that nice dome between the shoulder blades. All right, we're holding it here for 6. For 5, we're going to start to pike those hips up and back in 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to reach those sits bones up and back, using the low belly to get the carriage to touch the bumper. And then we're going to inhale, take it all the way back to your plank. Exhale, reach those sits bones up and back. I want you to think about those inner thighs lifting up into the low belly. And then you're going to inhale all the way back to that nice long body. Exhale, reach those sits bones up and back. I want you to focus on moving slow so that you're using those inner thighs and low belly, that we're not just swiveling through the shoulder. Inhale all the way back. Good, we're going to go for 3 more. Exhale, reach those sits bones up and back. Nice big reach. Good, low belly's engaged. Inhale, take it all the way long. Last 2. Exhale, reach those sitting bones up and back. Pull those inner thighs up into the pelvic floor. Good. Inhale, take it long. Last 1. Exhale, reach it up and back. Good. Hold it there for 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Inhale, take it all the way long. This is your last plank. We're holding here for 6. For 5. Last 4. 3. 2, and draw those knees in and set them down nice and soft, guys. All right, let's grab that ring. All right, now I am going to start facing away from you because I want to start right-sided, okay? And there's a reason for that, because the rest of the work I will be facing the camera first. So for this one exercise, I'm going to start facing away from you. So you are facing towards the left side of your reformer. All right, we've got that ring in our hands, underneath our left palm. So closest to the shoulder block. I'm in a high kneeling position, okay, and I'm going to reach across and I'm going to grab my long loop. Okay, my hand is going to come into that long loop, my right hand. So from here, I want to get pretty close to those shoulder blocks. I've got a little space space for that ring, and that ring is underneath my left palm. So I've got one squishy pad on the carriage, one underneath my palm. My right elbow is close to my waist, okay, and it's in that 90-90 bend. From here, we're going to draw up with those inner thighs. Think about magnetizing the kneecaps closer to one another without moving them. Okay, it's going to lift you up from the inner thighs without clenching that booty. Pull that belly button up and in. We're going to do a single-sided saloon door. So my right arm is going to swivel open. It's not a big range of motion. Exhale as you close that door. Inhale, open. So we're rotating from the top of the shoulder and then bring it back. Now give that ring a nice little press, okay, because that left side is stabilizing. And I want you to think about that left waistline still working. Good. Shoulders are down and back. Belly button's pulled up and in. Exhale, swivel the arm closed. Inhale, open. So you're focusing on that humerus bone in that shoulder socket, swiveling that arm open. My elbow doesn't go outbound. Okay, my elbow stays close to my waist. It's about a half an inch away from my waist. Okay, so it's not jamming in there. And I got a little press down on that ring. Good. That right arm should feel it. Let's go for 3 more. Whew. Good. It's small, but it's deadly. Good. Last 2. Good. 1 more. All right, on the next one, you're going to keep that door closed. Now we're going to take that right arm, we're going to reach it up and overhead. Exhale, fold it back down. Now if you are on a light spring rather than an extra light spring, this may be too aggressive. And if so, I want you to just continue with that saloon door on that side. Good, we're going to go for just 3 more here. Reaching that right arm up and overhead, palm is facing in. Good, I'm staying nice and tall. I'm thinking about those inner thighs magnetizing together. Good, elbow folds down and back. Last one, up and overhead. And fold it all the way back down. Nice job, you guys. Okay, hang up that loop. All right, we're going to come onto our back with that ring. So you're going to come all the way down, and we're going to do a single-sided arm arc. Okay, so all the way down. My headrest is up, if you like your headrest up. Okay, keeping that spine in a nice long line. My legs are going to come into tabletop. So right and left legs are up. My left leg and my left palm are going to hold that ring. Okay, so one squishy pad up against the front of that right thigh, the other up against that left palm. That short loop is going to come in my right arm, okay, my right palm. Now, if you're on a light spring, rather than the extra light, you might want the long loop, okay, but feel in your own body what feels right, okay, should not feel impossible. So we're going to press that ring into that left thigh, but we're not going to let that left knee move, okay, we're going to keep it over the hip. That right arm is already engaged up and over the chest. All right, from here, we're going to inhale as we send that right arm down to the carriage. Exhale, bring it all the way back up. Good. Inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, bring it back. So I feel my core a ton already. 1, because we're holding those legs in tabletop. 2, because I've got that ring and I'm pressing against it with my left palm. Okay, so that left knee needs to stabilize. It cannot go out. I want to keep it up over the hip. Good, that right knee stays in place as well, and that leg is going to be joining the party soon, but right now we just got that arm. Good, let's go for 4 more with the arm only. Inhale, take that arm down, all the way to the carriage. Exhale, bring it back. It stops at that underarm height. Inhale, take it down, core is nice and tight. Good, last 2. I'm still pressing into that ring. Good, 1 more. Now that right leg is going to come as well. So when that arm goes down, that right leg is going to extend long towards the foot bar, and then we're going to fold it all back to start. Good, inhale, take that right arm, or that right leg, out, and take it back, folding that knee back over the hip. Inhale, reach it long, keeping that neutral spine. Okay, we don't want to take those hips into an anterior tilt. So keep those hip bones shining straight up. Yeah, a little tiny lift in your low back. Whew. All right, we're going to be adding an ab curl. Last 4 with just the arm and the leg. Last 3. Keep pressing into that ring. Good. Last 2. Good, one more. Take it down. Now we're gonna add that little ab curl. So as the arm and the leg extend, we're gonna curl. Inhale, take it back down. Good, exhale, curl it up. Inhale, bring it back to start. Good, you're getting the tips of the shoulder blades off the carriage, reaching that right leg nice and long. Think about that right inner thigh going right out the big toe. And bring it back. Let's go for 4 more. Good. Last 3. Good, 2 more. We got 2 more right here. We're gonna add some holds. Good, this is the last one. On your next one, we're gonna hold it up there. So we're gonna reach everything long, hold it here for 4, for 3, for 2, fold it in. We're gonna go 2 more times. This holds a little bit longer. We're gonna exhale, curl it up, reach that leg long for 6, for 5, last 4, 3, 2, reach it back. Good. Last one. Reach it up, hold, press into that ring for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and fold it in. Woo, okay, reach back and hang up that strap. Woo, alrighty. You can feel that left side's tired, right? I want to bring it down. Alright, so that ring is going to go now between the ankles, but we're going to take first our long loop onto our right foot. So around the arch of the right foot, you want that long loop. Okay, and that ring is going to come right above the bony landmark of your ankle. Okay, so once you're there, you're going to reach those legs up and over the hips. Now, before we do anything else, I want you to make sure you're maintaining that neutral spine. So tailbone is heavy. There's a little lift in the low back, and it may not be visible, okay? We don't want it to be too big because then what happens is the ribs flare. Okay, and then we load that low back with too much pressure. So we want to keep the tailbone heavy. Hip bones shine straight up to the ceiling, and that starts. So notice my legs are already a little bit forward. From here, I'm just going to hinge. I've got a nice imprint in on that ring. We're going to inhale, so we hinge the legs down to a 45-degree angle, and then we're going to bring them back up. Good, we're going to hinge them down, and then we're going to bring them back up. Back to start. Okay, so when I say bring those legs back up, it may not be directly over your hips in your own body. I want you to maintain that pelvis nice and quiet. And bring it up. Good, inhale, hinge it down. Nothing changes with my pelvis and my low back. Good, last 3 here. We're going to keep changing it. Good, last 2. Your arms can be long by your side if you're sure you're maintaining that pelvis. Otherwise, keep your hands on those hip bones so you can feel what they're doing. Good, last 1. All right, you guys, we are going to take 1 more hinge and hold. So you're going to hinge it down, hold it right there. Now we're going to bend those knees in over the hips. Stop the knee over the hip bone. Inhale, reach out through those heels. Exhale, fold the knee in over the hip. Inhale, take those inner thighs, reach them out. Good, now I want you to focus your intention on the back of the leg now. Okay, we don't have a ton of resistance, but that's why that left leg, you should feel that left leg more than you feel that right leg, because it's working to stay up there without this resistance of the strap. Good, focus on the back of that leg, right at that glam line. We're sending the ring out from there, and then bend those knees back in. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. We won't be here much longer because we don't want to overtax that left hip flexor. I want you to keep that core engaged. Last 2. Good, last 1. Ooh, shaky, shaky. All right, you guys, we're going to take 1 more and hold it out there. So extend those legs, hold them long. From here, legs are going to go external to internal rotation. So I'm swiveling both legs from the top of the hip. That femur bone rotates in that hip socket. Good, keep those legs long. Hold on to that ring. Good, guys. Keep that pelvis quiet. Keep those hip bones up. We're here for 4. Woo. Last 3. Last 2. Woo. 1 more. And fold it all the way in, guys. So good. Take out that ring. Take off that strap. You're going to hang that strap back up. Okay, and we're going to come all the way up. So we're going to do some side-facing single arm work with that ring. So, all ready. Nice and sweaty. All right, so we've got that ring. I'm now going to be facing you. So you are facing the right side of your reformer. We're going to take that long loop, and the ring is going to come right between the palms. Now, before I do that, actually, I'm going to put my headrest down. If yours is already down, great. You're going to take that right leg, and you're going to reach it out over the headrest. So you want to make sure that that left knee is closer to those springs so that that right leg has some space to reach long. The inner line of my foot is on that headrest. Okay, now the ring is right between my palms, and I've got that long loop in my right hand. From here, I'm going to stay nice and tall. Okay, so left side's going to be stabilizing. I'm going to pull up and in with that belly button. From here, I'm just going to take this ring out and in. So we're going to inhale, extend the elbows out. Exhale, fold them back in towards the waist. Inhale, reach that ring out. Exhale, bring it back. Okay, reaching that ring out from chest center, and then reaching it right back in. Good, inhale, take it out. Keep those shoulder blades wrapping the ribs, so those shoulders stay far away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Good, let's go for 4 more here. We're going to keep changing it up. Now, if you are on one light spring rather than that extra light, which is what I'm on, then this may get a little aggressive, and I want you to watch your range of motion. Okay, we're going to go for 2 more. Good, right now you should be fine if you're on that light spring. Good, last one. You're going to hold this one out. Now from here, we're going to keep those elbows soft. Keep that ring up and overhead, and bring it back to chest height. Inhale, reach it up and overhead. Exhale, bring it back to chest height. Now this is where if you're on a light spring or one blue spring, it may feel a little aggressive. So I want you to not take that ring so high, okay, if it feels like it's impossible to get above the head. Good, inhale, lift it up and over. Good, exhale, bring it down. Good, reaching for length, lifting that waistline up out of that pelvis. Good, let's go for 4 more. Whew. Good, last 3. Good, 2. Focusing on that right shoulder blade, staying down and around the ribs. All right, you guys, on the next one, we're going to hold that ring up and overhead. So we're going to inhale, bring it up there. Now, like a top hat, we're going to bring that ring down, and we're going to lift it back up. We're going to bring the ring down and lift it back up. So it's like a top hat. Okay, I'm picking it up and I'm bringing it back down. Good, nice and light. Good, keep that control through that right side. Now, if the light spring, if they're feeling too aggressive up here, bring that ring a little lower, okay? Otherwise, you want to get it just above the forehead is where we want to be. Good, let's go for 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Don't lose your ring, I almost lost my ring there. All right, on the next one, you're going to bring that ring back down to the chest. Okay, we're going to have that nice imprint from the center of the palms. We're going to inhale and rotate to the left. So we're going to inhale, twisting from the waist towards that foot bar. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist, rotating from that waistline. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale, rotate. Keep that ring right at the chest center. Follow that ring with your eyes. Okay, we don't want the head, neck, and shoulders to drive the movement. We want it to rotate from the waist. And I want you to think about a barbershop pole when you rotate. That inhale breath gives some space to the vertebrae so that we can twist and get taller as we twist. Good, let's go for 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, last 1. And bring it all the way back to start. All right, let's fold that right leg in Now we're gonna turn and face the rear. So you can hang up that strap, okay, because we're gonna need the other strap now. Now we're facing the back of the machine. This time my left foot is gonna come forward on the headrest. My right knee is gonna stay down on the reformer. My ring is gonna come right to the base of the ribs or that solar plexus, and my left hand is gonna, or that left arm is gonna circle the ring. I'm gonna reach down and grab my right short loop with that right palm, okay, and I'm gonna bring it right to the side body. Okay, so if you can see in the mirror, I've got my arm right long down like it's a side seam down the side of my body. From here, we're gonna work on chest expansion, so I want you to think about a heavy left foot on that headrest and a heavy right shin. My toes are not turned under, not yet, but that'll come. From here, we're gonna inhale as we sweep that right arm back. Exhale, bring it right back to side body and stop. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, stop it at side body. So you don't want to let that arm come in front. Okay, we're keeping that core engaged the whole time. We don't want to take it all the way into the shoulder. Okay, I know you feel the shoulder, but I want to keep that right waistline working for you. Okay, that left side is working hard to stabilize, especially since we have that reminder of the ring to stay nice and tall and keep that sternum aligned over the pubic bone. Good, inhale, take that arm back. Exhale, stop it at side body. Let's go for 4 more. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. Let's go 1 more. Okay, we're gonna layer on. Now we're gonna bring that arm back to the side body. Now my back toes, my right toes, they're gonna turn under so they're on the reformer now, on that carriage. We're gonna hover. So right away, I want you to think of that nice tall body. I want you to think of those inner thighs magnetizing towards the midline, and we're gonna hover that back knee. From here, we're gonna continue that chest expansion. So we're gonna inhale, take that right arm back. Exhale, stop it at side body. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, stop it at side body. So core is obviously very engaged, right? So are those quads. I want you to think about really driving up through center. Keep that right knee low. Good, we're here for 6. Whew. Last 5. You've got 4. Whew. Last 3. Hold on with me. Good, last 2. And 1 more. And bring it all the way back and set that right knee down nice and soft, guys. Holy cow. All right, hang up that right side strap. We're going to stand on the reformer now. Okay, so right leg. Whew, oh my goodness. All right, we're going to come all the way up. So come nice and slow onto your feet. That ring is going to come right between your ankles. Okay, so you have a little bit of a wider stance. Right above the bones of the ankles where you want the ring. And we're going to reach down and we're going to grab our long or short loops, okay? Depending on how close you are to the shoulder blocks, the closer you are, the less aggressive, the further back, the more aggressive. So I'm gonna grab onto my short loops and see how that goes. We're gonna come into a standing bicep curl. So to start, we're gonna be in a little demi squat. So we're gonna exhale, reach those sits bones back, torso gets a natural tilt. Okay, my knees are behind my toes. I've got a light engagement on that ring from that upper inner thigh. My arms, I'm gonna take those nice and long out in front of the chest. So my palms are about underarm height. All right, from here, we're pulling that belly button up and in. We're gonna exhale as we curl, bending the elbow, bring that bicep curl in. Inhale, take those arms long. Good, nice and slow because we don't want to take a face plant into the well of the machine, okay? So going slow because we're standing. Pull that belly button up and in. Good, and try to keep those elbows up. Whew. Good, still coming down from that hover, that chest expansion hover, right? The heart rate picks up on that one. So much is working to control the body. Good, exhale, open it up. Good, bend and curl at the elbow. Good, let's go for 6. Keep that belly button nice and tight because that core helps you with those arms. Good, let's go for 4. Keep those elbows lifted, but the shoulder blades are down the back, around the ribs. Last 3. Palms are facing up. Last 2. Good. Last 1. We're going to hold. So you're in that bicep curl. Now from here, still staying low in that squat, we're going to pulse the elbows up. So they're going to go up, down, up, down. So my shoulders do not get any closer to my ears. In fact, I want you to think about what's happening down your back body. I want you to feel the shoulder blade go down the back as the elbows pick up. Okay, it's a little lift. It does not have to be big. We're holding that squat. We have that little tilt in the torso. Core is nice and engaged. Reaching those sits bones back. Whew. Let's go for 6. Good. We're not going anywhere, so stay with me. Last 5. We have to hit that squat a little bit more. Last 4. Whew. 3. Good. Last 2. All right, you guys, on the next one, you're going to hold that bicep curl still, and now we're just going to pulse the squat. Okay, so I want you to think about keeping the elbows high. As we think about those sitting bones, narrowing towards the center of the body to pick us up, and broadening to the sides so that we get lower. Good, and lift. It's a little pulse. It's not big. Everything should be shaking. Can you draw those elbows a little higher and a little closer to the midline? Woo! Good. We've got 6. Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. That chest expansion, other side's coming up. Last 3. Good. You've got 2. And last 1. Whew. And come down nice and slow. So I want you to reach down for those shoulder blocks first before you come all the way down onto your knees. Get that ring out of your way. So you hang up those straps just for a second so we can get that ring and our lower half set up. So right foot. Okay, here we go. Right foot's on that headrest. Left shin is heavy. Okay, now from here, that ring is going to come right to the solar plexus again, base of the ribs. My right arm is going to encircle that ring. Okay, now I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab my short loop with that left palm. And we're going to bring that nice and low by the body. Okay, so that strap is right at my side body. Now on this side, you can probably see it so much better. Okay, so we're going to stay tall. That ring is going to remind us to keep the sternum over the pubic bone. Belly button pulled up and in, inner thighs magnetizing. We're going to inhale, send that left arm back. Exhale, bring it back to side body. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, back to side body. So we're not letting that arm come in front of the body or in front of that side seam. We want to keep it right at the side. Because we're going to keep that core engaged today rather than letting that shoulder completely take over. Good. Right foot is heavy. Left shin is heavy. My toes are not turned under, not yet. All right, we're going to keep it right here, getting set up. Really think about those inner thighs magnetizing together because we want to find the midline of the body. Once we find that, that hover is going to be that much better. All right, we've got 4 more. Good. Last 3. I'm going to add that hover. Good. Last 2. I know those shoulders are getting tired too. Mine are tired. Whew. All right, last 1 here. All right, we're going to bring that arm back to side body and we're going to hold it right there. Inner thighs magnetize towards each other. We turn those back toes under. Heavy right foot, especially through that heel. Inner thighs lift you up. Hold that back knee just 1 inch off the carriage. Let's continue that chest expansion. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, side body. Inhale, back. Exhale, back to the side. Good, you got this. Nice and controlled. Okay, we got 6. Last 5. Good, keep it low. You've got 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, 2 more. We got this. Come on, stay with me. Good, last 1. Whew. And sit that knee down nice and soft, guys. Nice job. All right, hang up that strap. We're going to turn and face the right, or the left side of the reformer, I'm sorry, but you're turning to the right. Okay, that ring now is going to be between your palms. So we're going to reach down and grab our long loop with our left hand. Okay, and then we're going to get a little closer to the springs so that that left foot can reach out over the headrest. Okay, so once you're there, the inner line of that left foot is down on the headrest. Right knee is directly underneath the hip. Ring is between the palms. Okay, whew, here we go. All right, we're going to start with that in and out. So fingertips stay long so we're not overly gripping that ring. We're going to send the shoulder blades around the ribs. Inhale, take the ring out. Exhale, bring it back to the chest. Good, inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it back. Good, so that right inner thigh stabilizing, lifting us up. Growing tall through the crown of the head, keeping those shoulders down and away from the ears. Okay, reaching that belly button up and in. Good. Now remember, this is where it tends to get a little aggressive if you're on one light spring rather than the extra light. Okay, so I just want you to be cognizant of your movement. Okay, if it feels too aggressive, it probably is. It should not feel impossible. Okay, so I want you to watch your range of motion. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, bring it back. Good, last 4. And we're going to take those arms up and overhead. Last 3. Good. You've got 2. Good. Last 1. Hold it there. Now those arms are going to go up and overhead. Good. And back. Now when I say overhead, okay, the ring is coming to just about the front of my forehead. Okay, it doesn't come any higher than that because then my ribs are going to start to flare. And that's not what I want. I want to keep the ribs closed. My elbows are soft. And those shoulder blades move down the back as the arms come up and over. Good, keep pulling that, recruit that pelvic floor every time you inhale for that lift. We're going to recruit that up and in. Whew. Last 4. Good, you guys. Last 3. Whew, feel that left shoulder. Good. Last 2. We're holding it up here for that top hat. Let's go one more. Good, inhale that ring up and over. It's about the front of my forehead. Now we're going to bring it down and take it back up. Bring it down, take it back up. Whew, this side feels it a lot more. I'm already trembling all over the place. Good. Let's go for 6. Don't lose that ring. 5. Whew. 4. You got it. Last 3. Whew. Last 2. Oh my goodness. Last 1. Bring it back. Bring that ring right to the chest. Okay, hold it here. We're going to go for those torso rotations. So reset, get those shoulder blades around the ribs. Inhale. We're going to grow taller as we rotate to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, rotate from the waistline. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Left ribs, get a little closer to that right inner thigh. And then we come back, twisting up like a barbershop pole, getting taller. Good. Good. Twist. Let's go for 6. 6. Good. Last 5. You got it. Good. Last 4. Good. You got 3. Whew. Good. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way back to center, guys. So good. All right. Carefully come out of that. Hang up that strap. We're going to come onto our back for that single leg work. So the ring between the ankles for this one. But first you're going to lay all the way down on your back. Get those shoulders up against the shoulder blocks. Reach back for that left long loop. And that's going to come around the arch of the left foot. Okay, once you're there, go ahead and place that ring right in the ankles, right above that bony landmark of your ankles is where we want to be. Okay, from here, we're going to take those legs up and over the hips, but remember, we're going to find that neutral spine and those hip bones facing straight up and down before we do anything else. Okay, from here, we're going to start with our hinges. So, core is nice and tight. We're going to inhale those legs to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, bring them back to start. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Now if you feel like you're confident in keeping those hips stable, take those arms long by your side. This side should feel pretty shaky already. Whew, because it was tired stabilizing before. So now it's got to work. Good. Exhale back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Inhale, expand those ribs to the sides of the room. Bring it back. Good. Let's go for 4. We're going to come into those 90-90 bends. Last 3, where those legs are in parallel right now. So all 10 toes are shining up. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Okay, we are going to take one more and hold it. So find that 45-degree angle, hold it right there. Core is nice and tight, ribs are closed. We're going to bend those knees in, stop them over the hips. Inhale, send it back out. Exhale, bend those knees in like you're sitting in a chair. Engage from the back of the leg to send that ring all the way out. Exhale, bend the knees in. Inhale, reach the heels long. Good. Bend, extend. Whew. Good, you guys. Keep it going. I know. Core is nice and tight. We don't want to let that right hip flexor take over. Okay, both hip bones, they stay level. Legs are working together. That left leg just doesn't have as much work because it has the resistance of the strap. Last 4. Good. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. We got that external and internal rotation. Whew. You got it. Good. On the next one, we're going to hold those legs long. From here, we're going to swivel to external rotation from the top of the hip and then all the way to internal. External, big swivel in. Good. All the way from the top of the hip. So we're working that femur bone in that hip socket. Good. Keep that core engaged. Don't let it go. Don't let that low back take over. Good. You got this. Good. If this feels too aggressive at that 45-degree angle, bring the legs up a little. Okay? Keep it going. You're here for 6. Whew. 5. Last 4. Good. You've got 3. Whew. Last 2. And last 1. Parallel. And bring them all the way back. Nice job, you guys. Oh my gosh. All right. Hang up that strap really quick because we're going to come into that single-sided arm arc. All right. I'm trying to find the platform in my foot. Whew, let that right leg have a moment. All right. Both legs are going to come up into tabletop. Okay. So knees up over the hips. And that right palm and right thigh are going to hold that ring in place. Now, my left hand is going to reach back and grab my short loop. Okay, from here, we're already going to engage in that strap because the hand is going to come right to underarm height. Okay, we're going to keep the shins parallel to the floor. Keep that neutral spine. I'm going to give that ring a little squeeze. We're going to inhale, take that left arm down to the carriage. Exhale, bring it back to underarm height. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Sweeping that arm down. Bring it as close to the carriage as possible. Stop the arm right at underarm height when it comes over the chest. Good. Don't forget about pressing on that ring. Forcing that right side to stabilize. I know it's tired from that single-sided work, leg work we just did. Good. Let's go for 4 more. Whew. We're going to add that leg. Good. In 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. Good. Last 1. And now we're going to add the leg. So on the next one, when you bring that arm down, that left leg is going to go long. And then we'll bring it back to start. Good. Inhale, take it long. Exhale, fold it back. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it back. We've got 6. Whew, we're going to add the head, neck, and shoulders. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Excellent, you guys, last 3. Woo. Good, last 2. Extend that inner thigh, right out that big toe. On your next one, we're gonna start to add that ab curl. So we're gonna exhale, bring the abs up. Good, extend the leg and arm, fold it back. Good, exhale, so our breath changed. We're exhaling up now, inhaling as we bring it back to the carriage. Exhale, bring it up. Keep that right knee over the hip. Exhale. Good, let's go for 4 more. We're gonna add those holds. Good, last 3. Good, you've got 2. All right, you guys, on the next one, we're gonna add that first hold. Okay, so get ready. Inhale, exhale, bring it up, hold. We're holding for 4, 3, 2, bring it all the way back. The next hold is gonna be for a 6 count. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, bring it up, hold it here. Left arm is low for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it back. Whew, our last hold, here we go, 8 count. We're gonna exhale, inhale to prepare, sweep it up, hold. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and fold it all the way back in, guys. Oh my goodness, let those feet find the platform. Give those hips a break for a second. Oh my gosh, all right, come on up. I'm gonna face you guys now, all right? So this is that one move we started in the beginning where I was facing away from you. Now I'm gonna face you. All right, so you have a better view. That ring is gonna come right down next to those shoulder blocks. I'm in a high kneeling position, a little closer to the shoulder blocks, just enough space for the ring to be in between my right leg and that shoulder block. Okay, left hand is gonna grab that long loop, and we're gonna bring that left elbow right in by the waist. All right, so it's not touching the waist, I've got it a little bit separated. I'm gonna roll my shoulder blades down and around the ribs, and I'm gonna press that right palm into the ring. Eyes are forward, booty is relaxed because we're thinking about lifting up from those inner thighs. From here, I'm gonna inhale as I open that left arm for that saloon door. Keep the elbow in. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open that door. Exhale, bring it back. So we're focusing on the swivel from the top of the shoulder. Okay, that humerus bone swivels in that shoulder socket, just like the femur bone swivels around in that hip socket. Okay, our 2 ball and socket joints. They need to have the most mobility. They are meant to have the most mobility. So we want to keep them lubricated and working right. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Good, keeping that sternum aligned over that pubic bone so that we're nice and tall. Good, keep pressing on that ring because that right side is helping stabilize. Not when I let my elbow go out. Don't let your elbow go out like I just did. Keep it close to the waist. Good, we've got 4 more. Whew. Last 3. I get so caught up in this movement that I add on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we've already been here a long time. Last 2. You got this, guys. We're doing it together. Last 1. Hold it here. Now, that left arm is going to inhale, go up and overhead, big reach, and then fold it back down. Good, we're going to go for 4 more. Bring it up and overhead, fold it back down. If you're on that one blue spring, this may feel impossible, so please don't go there if you feel like it's just incredibly impossible. It should not feel that difficult. Good. It should be hard, but not that hard. Good. And we got 1 more. Press your right palm into that ring. Inhale, bring it up and overhead. Core is tight. Exhale, fold it back down, guys. So good. All right, hang up that loop. We got 1 final sequence. Okay, so we're gonna really focus on those abdominals a little bit more, like we haven't already, right? But we're gonna keep doing it. All right, so that ring, we're gonna scoot back so that we've got about 4 inches away from the edge of the carriage. Okay, so I've got some space to roll because we're going to be doing some roll downs. I'm gonna grab my long loops, and those are gonna come on either side of the squishy pad of that ring, and my hands are gonna be on the sides of the ring. Okay, from here, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. My legs are long, knees are softly bent on that headrest, or over the headrest. Okay, so my heels are down on the headrest. From here, we're gonna reach that tailbone down, crown of the head reaches up in opposition. We're gonna hinge back, keep the shoulder blades down around the ribs, hinge, hold. From here, we're gonna curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back's gonna curl. We're gonna hold it there. We're gonna reach the arms up and overhead with that ring, and we're gonna bring it all the way down and roll it back up. Good, we're gonna hinge, 3 inches, hold. Now we're gonna curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back. We're gonna hold, we're gonna reach that ring up and overhead, 2 long arms, bring it back, and roll it on up, sitting right on the tips of the sitting bones. Hinge, curl, slow and engage. Pull that belly button up and in, underneath that lowest rib is where you want that belly button to be. And then roll it back up to the tips of your sitting bones. Good, hinge, curl, tailbone, low back, mid back, hold, reach those arms up and overhead. That ring stays in front of my forehead to keep the ribs closed. Bring the ring down, roll up to the tips of the sitting bones. Good, let's go for 4 more like that. Hinge, curl, roll it down. Mid back finds that curl, reach that ring up and overhead, bring it back, roll it up to the tips of the sitting bones. Last 3. Hinge, curl, rolling it down. Reach those arms long. Good, feel that waistline work for you. Roll it back up. Last 2. Hinge, roll the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, hold, arms come up and overhead. Inhale, back up to those sitting bones. Last 1, hinge, curl, roll it down, hold, reach those arms up and overhead. Good, bring that ring back, and from here we're gonna hold. My legs are long, okay, now they are long. We're gonna take that left leg and we're gonna pick it up, and now I'm gonna rotate to the left. Take that ring to the left and bring it back to center. Rotate to the left, bring it back to center, so it's only the left. Rotate. We're in that low curl. Everything should be trembling right here, so I want you to find that tremble spot. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Good. We're rotating that right rib basket closer to that left inner thigh. Good. Whew. Exhale to center. You've got 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Whew. On the next one, we're going to hold the twist. Hold it here. Let's squeeze the ring. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it back to center. Come all the way back up to the tips of the sitting bones. Keep those legs long. This is just a moment to reset. Okay, we're going to hinge. We're going to curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, hold. Reach that right leg up just a few inches, hold, point that toe, twist to the right, exhale to center. Twist, and come back. Good. Left ribs, try to meet that right inner thigh. Twist, and back. Hips are quiet. We're here for 6. Whew. Excellent, you guys. Last 5. We're so close to the end. Stay with me. Last 4. You've got 3. Last 2. On your next one, you're going to hold it there. Squeeze that ring. Squeeze. Squeeze. You're in that twist. Think about lots of length in your twist. Crown of head reaching away from that tailbone. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way to center. Set that foot down and come all the way back up, guys. Whew, so good. Take those straps, hang them up. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh, all right. And we're gonna turn around and we're gonna stretch with that ring. Okay, so come all the way facing forward. Leave your springs how they are. We don't need to change them. Come all the way down onto your back. Oh, okay. Now, both of my feet are on my platform right now. Go ahead and just press yourself out nice and long. Okay, lengthen out those legs. Set your ring down on your chest. And you can bring your arms out to the side. Good, and just kind of circle them up a little bit. I know the shoulder blocks are in the way, but just kind of lengthen out here for a second. Give that core a minute. Whew. Find that neutral spine. Okay, we're gonna bring those knees into a bent position. All right, and I'm gonna take my right foot into that ring. So ball of the right foot's gonna come into that ring. Okay, and I'm gonna reach that leg up and over. Both of my hands are gonna go on the opposite squishy pad, and I'm just gonna pull that right leg towards my chest. Okay, now you can keep your left knee bent, or you can lengthen your left leg all the way out. Okay, mine feels better nice and long, so I can feel like I get a little bit bigger stretch here. Good, and you're just reaching those toes. Got a flexed foot, so I'm stretching through that hamstring. Okay, you wanna bring that leg close to the chest. Feel that tremble, and that's where I want you to hold it. Reach your heel for the ceiling. You're here for 6, for 5. Last 4, it should be shaky. Last 3, 2, good, go ahead and release that a little bit. Now, my right hand is gonna keep the ring with that right foot. My left hand's gonna hold the shoulder block. From here, I'm gonna keep my left hip down as I let my right arm take that right leg out to the side. Keep your left hip down. You don't wanna roll over for this. It's a right inner thigh stretch. Your foot is still flexed. Now, once you've got this position, you can go ahead and work on taking that ring a little closer to your right ear. And hold it there. And just let that inner thigh open up. Whew, for 6. Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. 2. Good, bring it all the way back up to center. Now we're gonna switch hands. My left hand's gonna take that ring and my right hand's gonna come down to the carriage. And I'm gonna take that right leg across the body. Now my right hip picks up, and that's fine. We're gonna be getting into the IT band here. So on my body, this feels miserable, but I definitely need this stretch. I'm a runner, so this gets pretty tight. So just hold it there. Once you find that point where it's just, you just feel it's tense, hold it right there and breathe. I want you to use your exhale breath to sink a little deeper into this movement. Just hold it there and breathe for 6. Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. 2. Good. Bring it all the way back to center. Good. We're going to bring that leg down. We're going to switch those legs out. So my left ball of foot's going to come into that ring. Right leg is longer. You can keep your right knee bent. It's up to you. Both hands are on that opposite squishy pad, and we're going to take that leg and reach it closer to the chest. Keeping that foot nice and flexed, we're reaching that heel through the ceiling. Good. Feel that hamstring and all the way down the back of that leg. Every time you exhale, we get a little deeper. We sink a little bit more into this movement for 6. Last 5. Good. You've got 4. Last 3. 2. Good. Release that a little bit. Now, my right hand's going to take that shoulder block. Left hand keeps the ring. And we're going to take that left leg out towards the left, opening up that inner thigh, but keeping my right hip connected to the carriage. But once you get it there, you can think about getting that ring a little closer to that left ear. And hold it there. And just breathe. Just breathe. Good. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Let's bring that ring all the way back up. Bring that leg back to center. Switching my hands out. We're going to work on that IT band. Left hand comes down to the carriage. Right hand's going to take that ring across the body with that leg. Oh boy. Feel that IT band stretch. Left hip comes off the carriage, and that's just fine. Good. Keep that leg straight. You can hear my puppy in the background. Random squeaky toys and random barks. It happened now, but that's okay. Soon I'll allow her in here, but right now she just chews on the reformer straps, so we don't want that. Okay, last 4. Good. Last 3. last 2. Bring it all the way back to center. Let's, one last time, bend that right knee in so the carriage comes home into the bumper. Let's bring both feet into that ring. Good, bringing both hands onto that ring as well, so you've got a nice big stretch. We're gonna let those hips peel up a little bit as we bring those legs towards the chest. Whew. Getting a little stretch through that lower back as well. You're here for 6, 5, last 4, got 3, 2, and let's roll that tailbone back down. Let's take that ring away and come all the way up to a seated position, guys. Nice job, nice job. That was not an easy one, a lot of single-sided work. If anything felt too aggressive, I want you to watch your range of motion on that one because I used an extra light spring throughout that entire workout, so I was able to manage some of that overhead movement. On a light spring, it'll definitely be a little bit more aggressive. All right, guys, nice job today. I will see you next time. If you ever have any comments for me, please leave them below the video. I am happy to comment back, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.